Hello guys, you're welcome to another video. For those that don't know me, my name is Habib. On the left side of your screen in the white shirt, and I'm a pilot and a flight instructor. On the right side is my client. He's a student pilot. He's just learning how to fly an airplane. He just has a few hours, so pardon him if he makes some mistakes here and there. He's still learning, and my main job here is basically to guide him and to tell him the right techniques of how to maneuver the airplane and how to talk on the radios and things like that. It's basically an instructor's job. So in today's video, I'll basically be showing you guys how to taxi the airplane, but unfortunately when we started filming this, the mic completely went off, so I had to record this voiceover to make it a little bit more educational. So it's not for the entire video, don't worry, but the sound comes back in a few seconds, so you'll be able to realistically see how we actually taxi with our communication with the air traffic controllers as well. So basically in this video, we received our instructions from the air traffic controllers to taxi from the ramp to the active runway. So I'll be going in depth into the instructions we received and how we actually taxied from where we currently are to the active runway. So join us and enjoy the video. So just to add one more thing, this video is really targeted towards those that are in the beginning stages of their training. So maybe like 2, 5, 10 hours into your training. You really want to watch this to make your life easier moving forward and understand the common mistakes a lot of people make, so you'll be able to have like an easier life moving forward. So on the screen you'll see a taxi diagram. So the taxi diagram basically represents the airport on paper. So it's basically what the airport looks like on paper, and you'll notice some gray thin lines with letters on them. Those are your taxiways, and the solid black lines with numbers at the end of those both ways. So those are your runways. The solid black lines are your runways. So you notice they intersect each other at certain places with letters, with numbers. So those are your intersections. So basically we're currently sitting on the ramp and we got our taxi clearance. So currently the blue circle on your screen right there on the taxi diagram, that's where we are, and the green lines represents the instructions we got from ATC. So our air traffic controllers, ATC, basically told us to taxi via Delta Bravo, hold short of runway 33. So basically we started with Delta Bravo and we were holding short of 33. So at some point they told us to cross 33 at Bravo. So the red box you see right there, that's really important to understand that before you proceed to cross a runway while you're on a taxiway, you need to make sure you have your clearance. So some people make mistakes on this. So if you're hearing this is kind of like your basically your heads up to understand that this is really important to make sure you obtain a clearance to cross the runway before you actually go onto the other side of the runway. So on the other side you also see a red box on Alpha. So there's also another taxiway that crosses a runway that you would need a clearance for, and you will need to repeat that clearance to the air traffic controllers to make sure you're cleared to cross the runway. So why is this important? This is basically important because there could be some aircrafts taking off on the runway if the runway is active, right? And you do not want to be taxiing when there's an aircraft taking off on the runway. It's obvious to see why that is important. So yeah, these are the two key major things you want to look out for, is obtaining your clearance and identifying where the taxiway crosses the runway. So just to recap, we're right there, the blue circle, we're right there on the ramp, and our taxi instructions from ATC was to taxi via Delta Bravo, hold short of runway 33, and then continue on Bravo, right turn on Alpha, cross runway 24, and take Alpha all the way down to runway 33. So yeah, that was our taxi instructions. So if you notice, after we crossed runway 33 at Bravo, if you watch the video, after our turn on Alpha, they immediately just told us to cross runway 24 on Alpha. So we really didn't have to hold short of that runway, probably because the runway was not active. So just to give you an idea, sometimes it could be a lot easier. You could get an easier taxi instructions depending on what runway they're using. So on another day, it could have easily have been taxi from Delta to runway 15 if runway 15 was active, or it could be taxi via Delta Bravo to runway 6, just to give you different permutations of the type of instructions you could get. So yeah, so that recaps the entire taxi video for today, and we talked about the important things of making sure you read back your clearance for ATC, that you're clear to cross the runways where they intersect the taxiways. So yeah, if you learned something from the video, give me a like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any interesting stories from your flight training days or from your flight training so far, make sure you leave me a comment. Let's talk down there in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on future videos. Thank you. Enjoy the video.
Delta.
We'll be pulling up Bravo shortly. Once we get to Bravo, you should be expecting your clearance to cross
33.
33, and then they'll tell you to make a right on Alpha, cross 24.
Okay. 24 is still being worked on?
No, it's just not active.
Okay.
Probably because the wind favors runway 33.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. Pulling up Bravo.
Right, pulling up on Bravo.
If you look to your left, you see the taxiway sign to Bravo right there.
Yep.
Number 978 Alpha Papa, cross runway 33, right on Alpha, cross 24.
Cross 33, right on Alpha 24, 8 Alpha Papa.
So cross 24, not 24. Okay. So you want to make sure you actually repeat the clearance to cross.
Okay. We're crossing this, and then we're making a right. Right clear, left clear. Let me turn on my lights on so they can see me. Alright, reduce power now that we're crossed it. Okay. This thing says G. Oh, we took here.
Let's put the power at 1,000 for not,
Okay.
This one when it's idling.
He said cross 24. He didn't say hold short 24.
Yeah, cross 24. Yep.
I'm gonna confirm.
And that's why when you said 24, I said you need to say cross 24, because it also helps you remember that you need to cross the runway, right?
Okay.
You're not gonna pull up here and then hold short and then they'll start yelling, right? I already cleared you to cross 24, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I know.
Do stuff like that.
Yep. 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 We're gonna take this all the way down to Alpha. Onto 33.
Straight down.
Yeah.
We'll pull up in the run-up area, go through the run-up checklist.
Yeah.
And then finish up the line-up checklist. We'll be good to go.
Yeah. Right.
It definitely feels like Thanksgiving.
No, it feels like a good day, really, to be honest with you. I feel like the plane will do whatever you asked it to do today.
Yep. Today's like a great day to fly.
Yeah.
So there's nobody out here flying.
Awesome.
Well, it's actually a whole bunch of people flying, but
We're near.
yeah, it's just not out of this airport.
The windsock, barely moving.
Yeah. All winds are very, very cooperating today.
How realistic is that to like fly over an airport and see the windsock and then make a decision from there?
Well, that only happens if you haven't really done like what you're supposed to really do, or check the weather before you actually. Because if you check the weather before you get to the airport, that's if you listen to the 80s, 5, 10, 15 miles out before you get there, you should be able to understand where the winds are coming from, right?
Right.
However, it's nature, things change, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to be safer and just overfly the airport, you can actually overfly the airport at like a high altitude, look at what direction the windsock is, and then descend into the traffic pattern.
That sounds messy.
Yeah.
That sounds so messy.
It sounds messy, but like just because you're flying higher up, it's not that messy.
How higher than traffic pattern?
Probably. So the traffic pattern usually is about 1,000 feet above ground level. So
Right.
we probably want to do 500 feet above the traffic pattern, or some cases feet. I've done like 800 feet before. It depends on what airspace you are in.
Oh, okay.
As long as you're not busting a Bravo or something,
Alright. Let's get it back to idle. Power.
All right.
Man, that's good right there. Alright, run up.